I've missed the cat.
The Jesus.
Yes, I've missed the Jesus cat.
I don't believe that anybody feels the way I do about you now.
Formerly a mainstay of the modern taxes deck, Leonin Arbiter has fallen out of favour, at least with me.
Now maybe.
That's because I have a very obvious bias towards cats. I don't like them, and the fact that now I have to live with one irritates me more than a pair of barbed wire underpants.
Do you know the worst bit of it all? They live for 20 years.
So maybe.
I cut Arbiter because it is the easiest card to cut when adding in new cards to test out new taxes variants for content.
But maybe.
Leonin Arbiter is the easiest card to cut because there are lots of cool strategies we can utilize that require us to search our own deck, and sacrificing the ability to do that for the occasional free win we get from strip mining our opponent out of the game isn't worth it, especially in a world where removing a creature is not only super cheap but sometimes free.
Or maybe.
I'm wrong, and Arbiter is the bee's knees, the dog's bollocks, the wonder wall. I don't like to go around and assume that I'm right all the time, because if I did, well, frankly, I'd be wrong. A lot. I'm more of a faff around and figure it out kind of guy, you know? And so here's the deck list. And just like when I'm testing any other card, I'm running 4 Leonin Arbiters and a bunch of cards that combo with it. Field of Ruin and Ghost Quarter become literal strip mine, and Parts of Exile becomes the best piece of removal you ever did see. So I'm taking this deck and I'm jumping into a league, and I'm going to force my opponents to pay more taxes than a fossil fuel company pays in a year.
The light inside me is dying.
But before I do that, if you are enjoying this video, please scroll down and double check you are subscribed. And if you enjoy this video, please be sure to leave it a like. That lets me and the YouTube algorithm know this is more of the content you would like to see. And also in the comments down below, please let me know what you think of Arbiter. I'm still on the fence, but hey, after this league, who knows? He might be the bee's knees, the dog's bollocks, the wonder wall. And hey, with all that said, let's get on with the games.
Round 1.
Ah, look at that. Going into a league with a deck that literally just says death and taxes. No death and taxes and spicy thing, just death and taxes. Reminds me of the good old days. Before I made content, and we've won the die roll. Let's go first. Sure, why not? Let's keep planes and go. Inspiring Vantage. Into a Goblin Guide. Oh, it's burn. Do we get a land? We didn't. Batterskull's on top though. Let's Solitude. Is it Wisp or Thalia? Let's go Wisp. Take out the Goblin Guide. They go up to 22 and we go to our turn. Let's play Plains. Run out Thalia number 1. Pass the turn there. Scalding Tarn. They crack it. Get themselves a mountain. Eidolon of the Great Revel. Okay. Go to our turn. Cave of the Frost Dragon tapped. We'll just pass, I guess. Lightning Bolt hits the Thalia. Okay. They go to combat. Swing in for 2 and we will take it down to 18. They play a Scalding Tarn untapped. Ghost Quarter, sure. Skyclave Apparition, let's take out the Eidolon, pass the turn there. It is turn 4, we're still at 16.
Magnificent.
They crack the Scalding Tarn, Sacred Foundry, tapped. Goblin Guide, they go to combat and swing in. We have a land on top. Do I block? That is an interesting question. Let's block. That's probably wrong. I suppose this way this means they only get 1 creature back, whereas if they had a bolt later, then they could have got 2. Fiery Islet from our opponent, they crack it, drawing a card, pass to us. Another Thalia, not great. Batterskull, come on down. You're the next contestant on The Violence is Right. All right, Batterskull has resolved. We're going to pass it there. And opponent scoops it up to the Batterskull. Very nice. Oh, what has my sideboard done? Sort by mana value, thank you. Oh god. Okay, so against this list, it's Burrenton Forge-Tenders. Do we want Cathar Commandos? Probably not. I don't think Flickerwisps are particularly great here. They're not fetching either. Is this a match where Arbiter just sucks? They do have fetches so they can run, is it Searing Blaze? So yeah, Flickerwisp dies to everything. So we're just going to ditch that. Run it back. Yeah, we're keeping this one. Inspiring Vantage. Into a Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide attacks. Aether Vial on top. Let's Solitude, ditching Thalia. Take out the Goblin Guide. Plains. We're going to run out Aether Vial here. Pass the turn there. Sunbait Canyon. Smash to smithereens on my Aether Vial. Fair enough. Glad that's out of their hand. My turn. Plains, Burrenton Forge-Tender. Pass the turn there. Oh no, they suspended Riftbolt. Back up Stoneforge. Well, I know what to do. Stoneforge Mystic. I choose you. I guess we grab Batterskull. And then the next one can grab something else. No attacks from us. Pass it there. Arid Misa, cracked. Sacred Foundry, tapped. They pass the turn there. Riftbolt coming off suspend. Goes at our face. Another land. This could be a flurry of burn spells here. We could be in trouble. Searing Blaze. So if we sacrifice the Burrenton Forge-Tender, they could bolt it in response, but this does save us an awful lot of damage, doesn't it? All right, Searing Blaze no longer deals any damage. Unless they have, nope, they didn't. Skullcrack in response. Lava Spike hits our face. Skewer the critics on the Stoneforge Mystic. Fair enough. Go to my turn. We are down to 11. We're going to play another Plains. We're going to run out Stoneforge Mystic with this Batterskull in our hand and a land in our hand. We can cast the Batterskull next turn, so let's just grab Kaldra. Pass the turn there. Opponent has 1 card in hand and 2 lands that are redraws. They crack the Sunbaked Canyon to draw a card. Run out a Goblin Guide. Goblin Guide's attacking. What do we have on top? A Solitude. Okay, I'll just take the 2 here. Go to my turn, play the Ghost Quarter and pass the turn. Given we have the Solitude, I don't see any reason to rush anything out. Sunbaked Canyon from our opponent. Rolling Vortex, or Roiling Vortex rather. So let's run out Solitude here. Take out their Goblin Guide in response. Sure, you have the Vortex. Go to my turn. We get Delta damage. Arbiter's interesting. Let's run that out. Stoneforge Mystic. Run out the Kaldra. Go to combat. Opponent has to pay to stop us gaining life. We hit them for 8. So now we Ghost Quarter the Sunbaked Canyon to prevent a redraw. All right, they're down to 11. Pass the turn there. Down to 10. And opponent scoops it up there. All right. Cat actually did something. Cat actually did something. Very nice. And we go into round 2. 1-0.
Round 2.
All right, round 2, opponent's going first. All right, we're going to keep this one. Wooded Foothills. And they pass. Oh. Plains, Aether Vial. They crack the Wooded Foothills. Steam Vents, untapped. Oh no, are they going to counter it? Oh, hit me harder, father, they do. Stubborn Denial. Well, we can't pay, but fortunately Leonin Arbiter is a house in this matchup, I've heard. Misty Rainforest. Ragavan, not dashed. Normal Ragavan versus dashing Ragavan. Hello. All right, they pass to us. Field of Ruin. Oh, that's really good. So they obviously have removal for whatever we're doing, or else they wouldn't have just played out the Ragavan. So it's Castle Ardenvale regardless. We could go Giver. And if Field of Ruin was a Ghost Quarter, I absolutely would. Let's just run out the Arbiter here. They do respond by fetching. Indartha Triome, so that does give them their white land, and they pass it there. Forest, there's a Bolt. Well, we can't do anything about that. Swings in for 2. I'm going to Solitude it, not because I'm scared about what they're going to cast off the top, but I'm worried they might have a nasty 3-drop or something. All right, let's take out the Ragavan, ditching the Giver of Runes. Nishoba, something brawler as a 5/3. Gross. Well, another Solitude's not bad. So Stoneforge Mystic, I think, is the play. Have to grab Kaldra here. Pass the turn. They attack. We take it. Down to 15. Lightning Bolt on the Stoneforge. Yep. Wild Nakatl. Well, let's just pass the turn. Do we take out the Indartha Triome? I think we do. Let's take it out now, get ourselves a Plains. Yep, so now they have every color but black. Swings in for 7. Let's Solitude, ditching Flickerwisp. Take out 4 of it from the Nishoba Brawler. Take 3 down to 12. And then they have another Nishoba Brawler. Giver of Runes. This isn't good. Well, we'll just pass, planning on Solituding again. Good news is they only have 2 cards in hand now. Goes to combat, swings in for 7. Solitude ditching Giver of Runes. Take out the Nishoba Brawler. They're up to 26. We're down to 9. And they're passing to us. Okay. Play a Plains and pass. Well, 1 more land and we can make Castle Ardenvale tokens, I suppose. That's a plan. They bolt our face. Down to 6. They swing in for 3. We take it. Down to 3. They have Tribal Flames and we concede the game. Well, we just got really beat up, really bad. Citywide Bust takes out a lot of their creatures. Burrenton Forge-Tender's helpful. And Cathar Commandos are great. Thalia is laughably bad. What if we cut the Flickerwisp? That leaves us with 2 vials. That seems okay. Yeah, let's run it back like that. Let's go first. Mulligan. Okay, let's keep this one. Throw back a Citywide Bust. Castle Ardenvale's entering tapped, but we have no turn 1 play anyway, so that's okay. Castle Ardenvale. Pass. Tap land. Okay, go to our turn. Field of Ruin. Leonin Arbiter. Pass the turn there. Misty Rainforest. They have the Bolt. They crack the Misty Rainforest now because why wait? Indartha Triome. Look at that. Turn 2 through an Arbiter. They have all the colors of mana they need.
What would you say you do here?
Plains, Leonin Arbiter, pass the turn there. Territorial Kavu, no worries. Forest, Eiganjo. Well, we came here to Arbiter, people. This one takes out more types, means their bolts switch off, but they could have enchantment removal for our Arbiter. What do? I could just run out the Sword of Fire and Ice. I could Citywide Bust. I think I'm just taking them off a land here regardless. Let's go for the Xander's Lounge. Play Eiganjo as a land. Pass the turn there. All right, we strip mined somebody. I'm sorry I doubted you, my king. Wooded Foothills. They swing in, eat our Field of Ruin. Okay. So do you have the perfect hand, opponent? We will not block. Tapping 2 mana. Dromoka's Command. Okay, takes out our Arbiter. Cracks their Wooded Foothills. Gets a Breeding Pool. So still no red. That's good. Go to our turn. Field of Ruin. Well, hey, I could take out the Indartha Triome. Sure, let's do that. Get a Plains. Pass the turn there. They go to combat and swing in for 4. Discarding Scion of Draco. Down to 11. Nishoba Brawler is back. Gross. Ghost Quarter. Skyclave Apparition. Take out the Nishoba Brawler. Pass the turn there. They swing in for 4. Draw and discard. Or discard and draw, rather. Scion of Draco goes away. Very nice. Do I block? No, I don't think I do. Now, I could try and Ghost Quarter the Breeding Pool. They'll have to get an island, or they could get a mountain if they're running a basic mountain. I could just wait. Yeah, let's take the hit and wait. Wooded Foothills. Now they're passing Plains. Okay. Citywide Bust. They're fighting to get themselves a creature, I suppose. So can I get it small enough? Probably not. All right, we took out the Territorial Kavu. Unfortunately, they do have a 2/2. Let's just pass it there. They swing in for 2. We have to take it. Down to 5. Another copy of Wooded Foothills. Go to our turn. Cathar Commando. So we could be dead to a bolt. All right, Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn there. They crack the Wooded Foothills. Sacred Foundry. Tapped. Sure, let's Ghost Quarter that. They crack their Wooded Foothills in response. Steam Vents. Tapped. Okay. Out of basics. Good to know. Swings in for 2. Cathar Commando, come on down. Let's block. All right, beat their token. Tribal Flames. Okay, down to 1. Good to know. Well, I guess we pass the turn with that. Solitude in hand and hope we're still alive. Territorial Kavu. Okay. Solitude. Take out the Kavu. Go to my turn. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Well, we got nothing else going on, so we definitely try to equip. Go to combat. Swing in. And opponent scoops it up there. Very nice. Couldn't keep up. All right. Arbiter did his thing. All right, I think we're good how it is. It's not ideal, but it's okay. Sure, let's keep Arid Mesa. And they pass. Let's play our one of Flagstones. Run out Burrenton. They crack the Arid Mesa, get their lounge, pass it there. Temple Garden, untapped. Big old Scion of Draco. We don't have removal for that yet. Go to our turn. Suppose it's Arbiter. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Fetch land from our opponent, Wooded Foothills. They swing in the air for 4. Well, we're just going to take it. Nishoba Brawler. Okay, well, we have the answer in hand. So it's Plains, Skyclave Apparition. Take out the Nishoba Brawler. Swing in for 3, and I guess we're hoping we just tempo them out. Take it down to 14, pass the turn there. Cat doing some work here. Steam Vents. Untapped, opponent down to 12. Lightning Bolt on the Arbiter. Well, I will sacrifice the Burrenton Forge-Tender to prevent the damage. They swing in for 4, take it down to 12. Tribal Flames, targeting my face. Down to 7, oh dear. Cave of the Frost Dragon, Aether Vial, Burrenton Forge-Tender, go to combat, swing in for 4. They take it down to 8. Pass the turn there. Plains from our opponent. Dromoka's Command. It's going to take out our Skyclave Apparition. There's nothing we can do to stop it. Okay. Now the Scion of Draco is a 5/5 and they have a 2/2. They swing in for 5. We're going to take it. So we need Path to Exile, Solitude here. Aether Vial ticking up. I don't think Stoneforge really helps. Yeah, they got us. We just can't get through the Scion of Draco. Well, that's upsetting spaghetti. We'll scoop it up. 1-1 with the cat.
Round 3.
All right, round 3 with the cat. We've won the die roll. Let's go first. Let's keep this hand and hope we never draw another land. Let's go Flagstones into Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Windswept Heath from our opponent. And they're passing. Plains, Stoneforge Mystic. Let's grab Kaldra. Pass the turn there. No attacks. They crack the Windswept Heath. Rorgrin Triome. Is this another zoo deck? Well, they do have Karuga, so I guess it's the Elementals Omnath deck. That's gross. We get a Breeding Pool untapped. And they're passing to us. Let's go Ghost Quarter and go after that white source. They're tapping it for mana. Let's put a stop on my own beginning of combat so I don't muck this up. Go to the beginning of combat. Make a Kaldra. Go to attackers and swing in for 5. Dismember. Protection from black. All right, it survived 1. They take it down to 8. We'll just pass the turn there. Snow-covered plains to Fairy Time Raveler. Annoying. Does bounce the germ. Let's go to our turn. Thalia is cute. Let's go to combat. Take the Teferi off the table, run out a Field of Ruin, take out their Breeding Pool, get ourselves a Plains, they get themselves an island. We will run out our Aether Vial, pass the turn there. Teferi Time Raveler, yep, bouncing the Giver of Runes. Let's target Stoneforge Mystic, attempt to give pro-white. Oh, they do have the Solitude in response. I think that's okay though. Stoneforge goes away, Giver of Runes goes away, and our opponent draws a card. But they missed their land drop. Let's activate Aether Vial. Well, let's tick up our Aether Vial. Plains is cool. Yeah, let's run that out, hide the Field of Ruin. Run out Thalia, pass the turn there. They tick up the Teferi, Cathar Triome, get Karuga the Macro Sage to their hand, and we forgot to put the Giver of Runes into play. Let's not use it this turn then. Well, we're not punished, thankfully. Field of Ruin, let's target the Cathar Triome, get ourselves a Plains. Oh, that was a strip mine. Let's take out the Teferi, pass the turn there. Sacred Foundry from our opponent. Untapped. Omnath, okay, but they've played their land. To activate Aether Vial, yes. Put Giver of Runes into play, go to my turn. Now I will tick up the Aether Vial. This should have been done last turn. Currently not punished, let's see if we are. Little bit punished. So if we turn this up correctly, we could have Skyclave Apparitioned up the Vial and held up Solitude. So we're still going to Skyclave Apparition, take out the Omnath, and I suppose technically we are still holding up Solitude. Let's go to combat, and we're just going to attack for 2. Pass it there. Indartha Triome, tapped. So if we hadn't made the mistake with the Giver of Runes, we definitely have our opponent, well, we'd more than likely have our opponent dead next turn. Leyline Binding, okay, targeting what? Giver of Runes. So now we go for the Skyclave to give pro white. Okay, they're passing to us. Aether Vial ticking up. Another Thalia. Well, let's go to combat. Swing in. Now, if they have the Leyline Binding to take out the Skyclave Apparition, they can also take out the Thalia with the block. Okay, so they're taking out the Skyclave Apparition. Now I run out Solitude, take out the Illusion Token. They're down to 8, down to 6. Pass the turn there. They hardcast Karuga the Macro Sage. This will draw them 2 cards. Flooded Strand, go to our turn. Keep Aether Vial where it is. Flickerwisp. We can save that for instant speed shenanigans, I think. Getting back the Kaldra. So I think we Solitude this turn. Take out the Karuga. They're back up to 11. We'll swing in for 5, take them back down to 6. Pass the turn there. Need to put a stop on our opponent's second main phase. They crack the Flooded Strand. Get a Steam Vents. Tapped. All right, this will probably be the turn. Risen Reef, sure. Second main, activate Aether Vial, Flickerwisp, target our Kaldra. Kaldra comes back, and opponent scoops it up there. Okay, good. They're probably running Fury, so I guess we just grab these. And as always, Thalia, pretty useless here. Let's trim an Aether Vial, and Wisp is really good. Yeah, we'll just go down to 2 Aether Vials, I guess. Run it back like that. Can we keep this? I guess. Let's keep Sacred Foundry from our opponent. Tapped. Passes to us. Oh, this hand just got amazing. Run out the Aether Vial. Pass it there. Misty Rainforest. They crack the Misty Rainforest. Breeding Pool untapped. Yeah, passing the turn there. Let's tick up the Aether Vial. Gonna ice my land now. Okay, let's play our fresh plains and pass the turn there. Snow-covered plains, and they pass the turn back to us. Absolutely riveting gameplay. Leyline Binding in response to Aether Vial's ability. Okay, so no, I guess. Ghost Quarter's fun. Let's play that and immediately go after them. Let's take out the red-white land. They add white, and they get blue. Well, we're gonna go to the second main. Stoneforge Mystic. Subtlety. Okay, I'll top it.
Top me harder, father.
Stop making things weird. Pass the turn there. I got rid of a Risen Reef to do that. Casting another Risen Reef. Okay, Windswept Heath. Let's play Plains. We're just going to Skyclave Apparition that Risen Reef. Pass the turn there. Cracks the Windswept Heath in our end step. Rorgrim Triome. Plays the Windswept Heath. Just looks like they're going to passing. Plains is very good. Let's go to combat. Swing in for 2. They crack the Windswept Heath. Temple. Solitude. Takes out the Skyclave Apparition. Let's run out Stoneforge Mystic. Let's get the Sword of Fire and Ice. Pass the turn there. They swing in for 6. We're just going to take it. Another copy of Solitude. Yeesh. Takes out our Stoneforge Mystic. Play Eiganjo. Pass the turn there. Risen Reef. No worries. Swings in. Well, we're going to cast our own Solitude. Let's exile the Illusion Token so they can't blink it to protect it. Leyline Binding to take out our Solitude. Okay, well, we're down to 11. They're up to 25. Go to my turn. Plains. Let's go Sword of Fire and Ice. Skyclave Apparition. Let's take out the Risen Reef. Pass the turn there. Plays a fetch land, goes to combat. Swinging in with 1 Solitude. I will take it. Down to 8. Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Okay. Misty Rainforest getting cracked. Stomping Ground. Untapped. Karuga to hand. Okay, our opponent's planning on drawing a lot of cards next turn. We need to stop that from happening. So close, my sweet prince. So close. Let's just run out Batterskull, see what happens. Pass the turn there. No attacks. Teferi Time Raveler, and I think we're pretty safe to scoop it up there. Because if they wanted to be sneaky, they could bounce their own Leyline Binding, so all we get is an Aether Vial. And then they can use the Leyline to take out something. So it stays away forever. Bounces the Germ Token. Okay, so this is going to force a block. Nope, just a game concession. Good old Teferi beating us twice in 1 turn. Yeesh. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is it. This is the deck, I guess. All right, we're going to use Arbiter this time. They only have 3 basics, and Arbiter is very good. What's my land doing? What is that? Okay. It's freaking out. Let's go first. I don't think I can keep a 1-lander like this. I don't think I can. They can't Leyline Binding on turn 1. They can Leyline Binding on turn 2. So if we don't draw a land, we get ultra punished. I really want to keep. Mulligan. This is worse. I guess we keep. Throw back a Plains. Plains. Burrenton Forge-Tender. Pass the turn there. Rogran Triumph tapped from our opponent. Go to our turn. Plains, go to combat, attack them for 1. Down to 19, pass the turn there. Misty Rainforest, passes to us. That's really good. Let's go to combat, swing in for 1. They take it, let's run out Plains, Leonin Arbiter, they crack the Misty Rainforest, get themselves an Indartha Triome. Well, we'll just pass it there. God damn it! Leyline Binding, yep, takes out our Arbiter. Temple Garden, tapped. Go to my turn, let's go to combat, attack them for 1. They take it. Field of Ruin, let's take out the Rogran Triome, get ourselves a Plains, pass the turn, they ice our land to draw a card, fair enough. Sacred Foundry, they shock it in because their life total is meaningless. Hard casts a Foundation Breaker. Cave of the Frost Dragon, Burrenton Forge-Tender, pass the turn there. Karuga to hand, no attacks and passes. So we draw the Ghost Quarter. Sure, let's go after the Triume, tapping it for black. Okay, Dismember maybe? Nope, no attacks from us. Let's just run out Batterskull. Pass the turn there. Windswept Heath. And just straight up passes. Okay. Ghost Quarter. Go to combat. Swing in for 4. Cracking Windswept Heath now. I smell a Solitude. Okay. Stomping Ground. Untapped. Sure. There's the Solitude. Takes out our Germ token. Sure. Let's return it to our hand while they're tapped out. Let's take out, even we could take them off blue. Yeah, right. Hit the Snow-Covered Island. All right. They get their forest. We'll just pass the turn there. Karuga the Macro Sage comes down, drawing them 3 cards, back up to 8 cards in hand. Swinging in. So I assume this means they have another Solitude, or else they wouldn't have done that. Yeah, let's make them use it. Gonna double block your Solitude. Huh, didn't have it. Go to my turn. Well, they have to clean up. Risen Reef goes away. Okay, Plains. Could start swinging in with Cave of the Frost Dragon. Well, it's a 5-turn clock. Let's run out Batterskull first, I think. Solitude. Yeah, let's run out Solitude on maybe their end step or when they go to combat. Let's really take out their clock. Swings in with both. Solitude, target the Karuga. That worked. Now they hard cast their own Solitude to take out ours. Sure. Back up to 25. I will take 2. Down to 23. Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Run out Stoneforge. Sword of Fire and Ice or Kaldra. Let's grab Kaldra. Pass the turn there. They swing in for 5. We're just going to take it. Down to 18. Go to cleanup. They do have to discard down. To Fairy. Okay. Plains. Wow. Okay. So we can just straight up hard cast Kaldra. So we can activate Cave of the Frost Dragon as well. So let's just pass. Do nothing. Windswept Heath. They crack it. Gets a breeding pool. Untapped. To Fairy. Sure. Swings in. Let's activate Cave of the Frost Dragon. Go to blocks. Block the Solitude. Leyline Binding. Sure. Targeting my Stoneforge Mystic. Let's put Batterskull into play. We eat their Solitude. They bounce our Germ token, drawing a card. Go to my turn. Aether Vial. Is that of any help here? Not really. Kaldra, come on down. Go to combat. Let's hit Teferi. Pass the turn there. Another copy of Teferi. Yep. Bounces the Germ token. Swings in for 2. Can they beat us in 50 seconds? I don't think they can. In fact, I still think it's up in the air if they can beat us at all. Otawara. Okay. Ghost Quarter. Let's just pass the turn there. I think we can run out Aether Vial, I think. Yeah, let's run out Aether Vial. And opponent scoops it up there, realizes they can't get through our shield in time. And they're drawing cards. They didn't have the answer in hand. I do think it was questionable as to whether or not they could win that. Another Ghost Quarter takes them down a land, and then we can just start swinging in the air. But it was a tight one in any case. Arbiter might have been helpful, but he's under the Leyline Binding, which is the issue I have with Arbiter, is like, even when he's at his best, the removal just kills him. So that was upsetting. Anyway, on to the next one.
Round 4.
All right, we've won the die roll going into round 4. Let's keep this hand. Flagstones, into Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. Urza's Saga from our opponent. Okay, Path to Exile's good. Let's go Plains. Stoneforge Mystic. Let's grab Kaldra. Leading turn 1 with the Saga. So maybe Amulet Titan. Let's just pass it there. Urza's Saga ticking up. Beseiju, into an Explore. Cavern of Souls. Name's Shaman. Runs out Sakura Tribe Scout. Haven't seen you for a while. Thalia. Plains. Let's activate Stoneforge. Put the Kaldra into play. Go to combat. Swing in for 5. Let's just pass the turn. Urza's Saga can do its thing. They get an Amulet of Vigor. Simic Growth Chamber. Yep. Untaps. Taps. So they can return it to their hand and put it into play with the Sakura Tribe Scouts. They have 3 mana. Path to Exile will make their land come into play untapped, so they'll be able to get a Titan down either way. Let's let them do it. Azusa. Okay, sure. Bounces and unbounces a few times. Sure. Primeval Titan. Go for it. What you got? Thalia West and Simic Growth Chamber. Okay, sure. Transmutes Thalia West. Gets Summoners Pact. Oh, God, they don't have haste. Okay, we didn't. I thought we made a really bad mistake then, but no, they haven't given themselves haste. It's Path the Titan now. What's the worst that could happen? Give themselves a forest. It untaps. It's attack for 5. They take it all. Run out Leonin Arbiter. Resolves. Okay, pass the turn there. Simic Growth Chamber. Well, our opponent has paid to ignore Leonin Arbiter's effect. That's nice. Tapping and untapping. Second copy of Amulet of Vigor. Disgusting. Cast Summoner's Pact. Yep. Cultivator Colossus. I see. Just look at this stack. Cool and normal. Look at that. Turn 4 and my opponent has resolved more triggers off the stack than I've had hot dinners. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Fantastic. Primeval Titan. Isn't this just marvelous? It's a bunch of Valakuts. Takes out the Arbiter. Takes out the Stoneforge Mystic. Interesting. And they're able to give things haste. This has trample. They're able to give 2 things haste. This has trample. They're able to shoot us. So we're just going to scoop it up. Yeah. All right.
What did you do? Nothing.
What the heck? Well, I guess Cathar Commando and Citywide Bust come in, and nothing else seems particularly great. Thalia is a joke in this matchup. Gonna cut 1 Aether Vial and 1 Wisp. Run it back like that. Hopefully this time things go a little bit better. Well, I guess we keep this one. Plains, Giver of Runes, go. Cavern of Souls, names Shaman. Go to our turn, Ghost Quarter, pass. Do we attack? Sure. Swing in for 1. Valakut from our opponent. In their end step, Cathar Commando. Go to my turn. Stoneforge Mystic. I don't think Stoneforge is how we win this one. Let's play Ghost Quarter. Let's run out Leonin Arbiter. Let's take him off the Cavern of Souls. Go to combat. Hit him for 3. Pass the turn there. Urza's Saga passes to us. Go to combat. Attack with everything. At the end of combat, blow up the Urza's Saga. They are ignoring Leonin Arbiter's effect. Sure. Now I will go to my main phase. I will play a Field of Ruin, and I will set a stop in their upkeep. Take out the Valakut. Pass the turn there. They have a forest. Go to my turn. Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Let's just swing in with the Arbiter in case of a random dismember. Pass the turn there. Handweir Battlements. Explore. Okay. And they scoop it up there. All right. Leonin Arbiter did something. Well, see if we can do it again. Lightning seldom strikes twice because it doesn't often need to. I'm going to keep. There's no Arbiter, but I'm going to keep. Valakut. Okay. Ghost Quarter. Pass. Forest. Explore. Urza's Saga. Pop it now. Yeah, pop it now. They don't get any mana off it. They can get a basic, but that's fine. Go to my turn. Plains. Pass. Simic Growth Chamber. Tapping 3 mana. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. Simic Growth Chamber. Okay. Let's go to our turn. Castle Ardenvale. I think we have to Solitude, ditching a Stoneforge. Sakura Tribe Scout, yep. Forest. Straight up passing, okay. Plains, Stoneforge Mystic. Kaldra, pass the turn there. Forest, they're passing. I reckon they just got a bunch of lands in hand. Let's play Eiganjo. Run out Giver of Runes. Stoneforge Mystic. Kaldra Compleat into play. Go to combat. Dismember.
That is bad news.
Okay, so basically like they still took a hit. Sakura Tribe Scout doing its thing. Valakut into play, yep. We'll just pass it there. Golgari Rot Farm, gross. And they're passing. Flickerwisp, target our Kaldra. Go to combat, swing in with the Stoneforge, take it down to 17. Pass the turn there. Kaldra's coming back in the end step. They're responding by putting a land into play. It is a Valakut. Kaldra's back. Handweir Battlements. Hydroid Krasis. Okay, let's run out Citywide Bust. Take out the Krasis. Swing in for 9. They take it all. Down to 12. Pass it there. Putting a land into play. Simic Growth Chamber. Goes to their turn. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Okay. Valakut trigger on the Giver of Runes. Do I care? Let's give Flickerwisp protection from colorless. All right, now they're putting a land into play. Okay. And now I will path to exile the Dryad. Dryad gets exiled. They now no longer have enough mountains for Valakut to go off. Let's give Flickerwisp, I guess, protection from Kaldra still, just in case there's another one. Another Hydroid Crisis for 8. Okay, they're certainly making us do it the hard way. So go to our turn. Path. They are on 16 life. We need to save these for things we actually need to deal with. So I'd say we just attack. This is 8. So we could give this protection. Swing in. They're dead in 2 turns. Yeah, okay. Flickerwisp gets protection from green. Go to combat. Attack for 8. Pass the turn there. Another copy of Sakura Tribe Scout. Dryad of the Elysian Grove. Plays a land. Take out the Flickerwisp. Path to exile on the Hydroid Crisis. They get another land. Another Valakut trigger. Where's that going? At my face. Cathar Commando. Let's target the Dryad. Okay, now they get to put another land into play. It's an Urza's Saga. And they get to deal 3 damage. They're dealing 3 damage to me. No, opponent. That's wrong. Because now your Dryad goes away. Ah, they're giving the Sakura Tribe Scout haste. Okay, that makes sense. They need another land drop to take out the Flickerwisp or else it's game over. Cavern of Souls. Okay, so now what are you targeting? You have to retarget the Wisp. No worries. Then the other 2 Valakuts miss. Primeval Titan. Okay, suppose they can give it haste? No, just Teleria West and a bounce land. Oy. So they can get the Dryad back next turn. We are so close to dead, it's not funny. That helps. So what if we cast this, equip it to the Stoneforge Mystic, give it pro green, swing in, Sword of Fire and Ice. So what if we give the Germ pro green? I think that works. Equip to the Germ. Did we do it? Because we're equipping first in case they have a dismember. All right. Now let's give the Germ token protection from green. Go to combat, swing in for 7. They're taking it. We shoot them for 2. Yes! Oh, we did it. We did it, and we did it without Arbiter. We won that one without Arbiter. They probably played a little bit around Arbiter, but we did win the other one because of Arbiter, though. All right. Oh, my poor heart. My poor heart.
Round 5.
Okay, final round and we've lost the die roll, but I am keeping this hand. Polluted Delta, passing to us. Cave of the Frost Dragon, Giver Runes. Pass the turn there. They crack the Polluted Delta. Watery Grave, tapped. Scalding Tarn, they're passing. Let's lead Flagstones and we'll run out of Stoneforge into a counter. No counter. Okay, let's grab Kaldra. Pass the turn there. No attacks.
It's a trap!
Archive Trap, reversing mill. Well, there go a bunch of cards. Suddenly this second Stoneforge ain't looking so good, but if they had more than one Archive Trap, they would have used it. Drown the Lock on the Giver of Runes. Give Stoneforge pro black. Pass the turn there. Field of Ruin. Murderous Cut. Yep. Go to my turn. Surgical Extraction on Stoneforge. I have one of those in my hand. That's annoying. Let's play Field of Ruin. Let's go after their black source. Fractured Sanity. Okay, make us mill 4 cards. Let's get a Plains. Run out Giver of Runes. Pass the turn there. They're passing to us. Let's run out Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Attack them for 1. Pass the turn there. Field of Ruining my Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay, nothing we can do about that. Plains. Pass it there. Ruin Crab. Yep. And they're passing. Plains Solitude.
Parry this, you filthy casual. Oh damn.
Has the Drown the Lock. That's disappointing. Pass the turn there. It's all right. We have the Skyclave. We'll do that next. Just passing. I hope it's not another response. Well, even if it is, guess it doesn't matter. Skyclave Apparition. Take out the Ruin Crab. Cycles of Fractured Sanity. Mills a bunch of cards. Castle Ardenvale. Naked Skyclave Apparition. Take nothing. Swing in for 1. They take it down to 14. Pass the turn there. Cycles of Fractured Sanity. Mills us another 4 cards. Polluted Delta. And they're passing. Batterskull's fun. Let's go to combat. Let's just swing in for 5 and pass the turn there. They crack the Polluted Delta. Watery Grave untapped. So Mikakuru. Good old Crypt Incursion.
Why won't you die?
So now they're up to 41. Let's make a dude. Let's run out Batterskull. Attack for 5. Pass the turn there. Shelldock Isle. Well, that's a target for Field of Ruin if I ever did see one. Tasha's Hideous Laughter will probably be the game. 3 cards left in our library. We're dead. All right. Against Mill, bring in everything. Run it back. That Crypt Incursion. Annoying. Okay, so any 2 lands or 1 land vial and I'm keeping. Only 13 cards. We can't cast off 2 lands. Let's go first. Let's keep. Plains. Pass. Snow-covered island into a Hedron Crab. Go to my turn. Plains. Rest in peace. Evoke Solitude, getting rid of Citywide Bust. Taking out the Hedron Crab. Pass the turn there. Hedron Crab number 2. Shelldock Isle. Okay. We've exiled a few more cards. Let's go to my turn. Let's cast Solitude, ditching Rest in Peace. Take out the Hedron Crab. Pass the turn there. Snow-covered Swamp. Fractured Sanity. 4 cards go away. Down to 59. Oh dear. Do we cycle the Hallowed Moonlight here? I think we do. It's 1 card. I think we do it. Arbiter. Okay. Arbiter Ghost Quarter.
Why do I feel wet?
Leonin Arbiter. Ghost Quarter. Do we take him off black or blue? Let's take him off black. Pass the turn there. Field of Ruin. Okay. We only have basics. Ensnaring Bridge. Problem. We do have the sideboard cards for it though. Sword of Fire and Ice. Go to combat. Attack them. Down to 18. Pass the turn there. Another Field of Ruin and passing. Okay. I say we equip the Arbiter. Otawara on my Arbiter. Okay. Pass the turn there. Land. Now they're down to 3 cards and it's a black land. That's annoying. Flickerwisp. Let's run out the Flickerwisp. Sure, let's hit the Shelldock Isle. Archive Trap. Gross. Mills us a bunch. We need to deal damage. 1 Cathar Commando has been milled. The rest are in the deck. Let's go to combat. Another Archive Trap. Oh my goodness. Still only looks like 1 Cathar Commando in the exile pile, but it does stop us attacking. Run out the Arbiter. Pass the turn there. Ruin Crab. Oh dear. Or a Boro. Oh, for goodness sake. 24 cards in library. We can't even hit our opponent. That's another Cathar Commando down. We only have 1 left in the deck. Run out the other Arbiter. Pass the turn there. Yep, land enters. They mill us a bunch more. Is that the last Cathar Commando? No, we've only had 2 hit. Once the 3rd one hits, I'll just concede. I don't think there's any way we win from there. Citywide Bust is no help. Suppose we equip the Flickerwisp just in case. Shelldock Isle, Visions of Beyond, they get to draw a bunch. Okay, maybe they can't play them all. No, hang on. They only got 1 card. Okay, because there's no cards in our graveyard. They return Ouroboros to its owner's hand. They play the Ouroboros and Miller's 3. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Pass it there. Flickerwisp. We can hit them for 9. Flickerwisp number 1. Now, part of me wanted to wait, but I don't think we can. Get rid of the Ensnaring Bridge. Go to combat. Swing in with everything. No blocks. Okay, well, let's hit them. Skyclave Apparition, I forgot you existed. That might change things. If we survive this turn, that might change things. Murderous Cut on a Leonin Arbiter. Gross. Ouroboros. Okay. Mills is 3. Don't think it matters though, because I found the card that I had forgotten about. Plague Ghost Quarter. Let's take out Ouroboros. Yep, they return it to their hand. Skyclave Apparition. Takes out the Ensnaring Bridge. Go to combat. Let's not muck up. Attack with everything. We got there. All right. Keep the same sideboarding. It's not great. I won't lie. It's very far from ideal, but it's what we got. All right. Keeping. We're actually having a game against Mill. Whew, I thought it'd be a non-game. All right. They play a hideaway land. That's good for us. Go to our turn. Plains. Aether Vial. Pass. Field of Ruin. And they're passing. Aether Vial ticking up. Tempted not to play the Castle Ardenvale because of the Field of Ruin. Kind of got to though, don't we? It's past the turn. Fractured Sanity. We're going to mill a bunch. There goes the Thalia that I wanted. Polluted Delta. Cracks the Polluted Delta. Watery Grave. Untapped. Ensnaring Bridge. Okay. Let's run out Cathar Commando. Go to our turn. Aether Vial. Ticking up. Yes. Let's run out Aether Vial. Let's go to combat. Attack for 3. Pass the turn there. Polluted Delta. Visions of Beyond. Okay. Visions of Beyond. Yep. Aether Vial. Yes. Stoneforge Mystic. We're going to get the sword here. Oh, now they're cracking the Polluted Delta. Yep. Snow-covered Swamp. Takes out the Stoneforge Mystic. Okay. Aether Vial's ticking up. Field of Ruin. Go to combat. Attack. Take it down to 10. Pass the turn there. Ruin Crab. Sure. Field of Ruin. Okay. Field of Ruin on my Castle Ardenvale. So now we tap the Castle Ardenvale for mana and we path to exile the Ruin Crab. Get ourselves a plains. Let's activate Aether Vial. Skyclave Apparition. Let's take out that Ensnaring Bridge. That worked. Go for the throat. Okay. Takes out the Skyclave Apparition. They get a 3/3. Let's path it. Let's go to my turn. I'm going to tick up both Aether Vials. And I guess I'm going to run out another Aether Vial. Go to combat. Attack for 3. They take it down to 7. Pass the turn there. Field of Ruin on my Field of Ruin. Tap the Field of Ruin for mana. Get myself a plains. Archive Trap. Okay, I'm down to 40 cards, but they have no cards in hand. All right, let's tick up every Aether Vial. Plains is good. So now we run out the sword. Go to combat. Attack them for 3. Ensnaring Bridge won't do it. Removal spell won't do it. I can't think. Crypt Incursion might give them some time, but not a lot. To activate Aether Vial. Solitude into play. Exiling nothing. Aether Vials. We'll turn up one of them, so we'll keep it on 3. No. Okay. No. Okay. Yes. There's the cheeky Arbiter. It's equipped to Solitude. Go to combat. Opponent's paying costs. Baleful Mastery. Oh, that's clever. All right. They did hit the removal, but we still hit them. And now we have another creature that's coming down. You go for it, opponent. Fatal Push on my Cathar Commando. Okay, activate Aether Vial. Leonin Arbiter into play. Can the cat do it? Let's play the planes. Let's equip the cat. Go to combat. Swing in for 4 for the killing blow. The Leonin Arbiter gets the killing blow for the 4-1. Alrighty, well, it was completely unintentional, but we actually did really, really well. The Arbiter mismatch of synergies with Stoneforge Mystic didn't actually come up for us at all. I suppose the big thing I've been worried about with Leonin Arbiter is there's a lot of games where you play it, like our game against Zoo, and it just doesn't do anything. You play it, they've already got their 2 mana, and they can kill it before it can achieve anything. Spells are a lot easier to cast these days than when they were when Arbiter was small. Now, we do still get some free wins with Arbiter, and we do still get amazing finishes where we get to show Arbiter when our entire sideboard has been put into our deck. We literally had 75 cards in our deck, and the last creature we had to finish off mill was Leonin Arbiter, and that is fantastic. But then there's other games against Titan where Arbiter's just a joke. They don't care. They generate so much mana. What do they care? Our taxes do not matter. And Leonin Arbiter does not present a threat. A 2/2 body for 2 that in a lot of games does nothing, doesn't cut it anymore. So I have missed it. I love him dearly, but I don't think I'm going to keep him in. You by all means can keep him in, and I look forward to hearing about your success because I just got a 4-1. So if you want to take this into a 5-0, be my guest. Decklist is down in the description. And while you're reading that, if you enjoy this video, it'd be amazing of you if you clicked the like button, and if you're not subscribed, just check the button, please. It helps. And until next time, everybody, have fun.